Distance Learning with Miss Sorensen.
Hello, Bryan kindergartners, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Well, yesterday for you. I was filming our new My World and I video on St. Patrick's Day, so I thought I'd show you what I was wearing in class. Okay, I am so excited to get today started because it is our last day traveling through Europe, and the last couple of continents that we've traveled to, I have ended the video with an art project that is important to that continent. We are going to be doing a new art project today, but before then, I wanted to say a quick hello. Some of my videos, I didn't get a chance to say hello to everyone, so I wanted to say a quick hello to everybody in 102. Welcome. Hello to everybody in 103. Glad you're here. Hello, everybody in 104. So excited to see you. And hello to everybody in 171. Thank you for being here today. Okay, let's get started. Today, we are going to be talking about and creating our own family crest. Family crest. Raise your hand if you've heard of a family crest before. Sometimes people call it the shield of arms or the coat of arms. Maybe you've heard of that before? Oh, great. A few people have heard of that. And raise your hand if family crest is a new word for you, or shield of arms, coat of arms. Awesome. Well, I'm here to teach you about it today, and we get to make our own family crest too. Before we begin, let me tell you a little bit about where a family crest came from, when it came from, and why it came about. The reason that family crests were created hundreds and hundreds of years ago was because heralds, or announcers, would introduce knights during tournaments. Maybe you've heard of jousting before. Jousting kind of looks like this. Two knights sit on horses and they have these long sticks that they run at each other with and try and push the other one off of their horse. So during these competitions, knights all wore armor. So it was really hard to tell them apart. So when people or spectators were watching, they couldn't figure out who was who. So to make them different from one another, knights would put on their armor or on their shields, on their helmets, they would put their family crest. When we see drawings that artists created back in the Middle Ages, they didn't have phones or cameras back then. When we see paintings and drawings of different tournaments and different knights back in history, we can see oftentimes that the horses that they rode also had their family crest. So they wore their family crest everywhere to help people realize, oh, that's the knight that I was thinking of, or, oh, that's the knight that just won the tournament, because they had their family crest. So it kind of helped people distinguish or figure out who was who. Let me show you an example of a family crest. This is my family crest for the Sorensen family. If we look here, we can see there is kind of a shape that looks like this. Right, there's the flat top and then it curves down towards the bottom and back up. And every family crest is different. There are different symbols, different colors, different shapes that you might see the family crest on. And they all mean something different. So if we look at my family crest, what's an animal that you're noticing on my family crest? Yeah, right, a horse. Yeah, right. What are some colors that you're noticing? Reds and oranges, right. Some blues. The horse is a blue color. Every piece on this shield means something. We're going to talk a little bit about those meanings in a second. Something important to know about when we're thinking about family crests is that if you have one, not everybody has a family crest, but if you do have a family crest, it was created by your family hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So the crest is passed down through the generations. Mr. Gallagher can trace back his family for hundreds of years, and his family crest is something that he has at his own home. He has it on a wooden shield because it is something that is important to his family crest. We're going to take a peek at some people you might know and their family crests later on. So like I was saying, they were created by our family in our history, our ancestors. Let me tell you about some of the symbols, the colors, the shapes, and what they mean on a shield. So for instance, if your shield has red on it, it means a warrior or military strength. If it has gold on it, it might mean generosity. Silver or white means peace and sincerity. Purple means royal majesty. Orange means worthy ambition. Green means hope, joy, and loyalty and love. There's so many different meanings for colors. Also, if you see fruit or flowers on the shield, if you see berries, it means liberty and peace. Let's see, what else do we have? Acacia branches or leaves can mean eternal remembrance. That means remembered forever. Ooh, oak tree leaves or an oak tree bush means great age and strength. Some animals you might see, we already talked about, we saw in mine that I have a horse. A bear means strength. A boar means bravery. A dolphin could mean swiftness or love. Doves mean peace or loving. Elephants mean great strength, wit, and happiness. Also royalty. A hawk or a falcon, Bryant Hawk. A hawk can mean somebody who does not rest until they have achieved their goals or their objective. A horse, ooh, that's the one on mine, means readiness for all employments for king and country. So that means that the Sorensen family maybe were knights in the past. Maybe we were ready to fight for our kingdom and stand up for what we believe in. It goes on forever. There's so many when I did my research, I found so many different meanings and symbols. You can even find mythological creatures on family crests. That means creatures that we don't see in the real world, but we might see in books or movies. One might be a unicorn. That could mean extreme courage and strength. What else do we have? Oh, a Pegasus is known as the messenger of God. A griffin can mean valor and bravery. A dragon could mean a valiant defender of treasure. Interesting. Family crest can also be something that is religious. So you might see different crosses or symbols that relate back to Christianity, like an angel or a cross, like I said before. You could even see different objects like anchors, bells, chains, harps, letters, feathers. Oh, like I said, the list goes on and on. Everybody's family crest is different, which is what makes them special. They are special to your family. So let's take a peek at some people from Bryant that you might know and recognize, and let's look at their family crests. Let's take a look at Mr. Gallagher's family crest first. Are you noticing some things on his family crest? Some colors, some shapes, some designs? Right, I'm seeing green. It looks like kind of some green leaves. Kind of looks like a clover. We know Mr. Gallagher's family is from Ireland, so maybe it's a clover. Yeah. Does anybody recognize what that animal is in the middle? It is a mythological creature, which means it was a creature that was made up. It's called a manticore. A manticore. A manticore, typically when we see it in books or movies, it has the head of a human, the body of a lion, and a tail that has sharp spikes. Usually they're poisoned spikes or spines. Okay, let's take a peek at another one. We know this person. This is Mr. Jones's family crest. What are we noticing about this one? He also has a manticore. It doesn't really look like a human head in the picture from Mr. Gallagher's and Mr. Jones's, but like I said, sometimes manticores and other mythological creatures are different depending on who's drawing them. Yeah, he has a manticore. What else are you noticing above in the blue color? Right. Some of you might have guessed that that is wheat. Wheat is something that farmers would cut and we turn it into different kinds of bread. Wheat is used in lots of things that we eat. So Mr. Jones's family crest is showing maybe in his history, his family were farmers. Super interesting. Well, I think we're ready to make our own family crests. Now, like I said before, your family may or may not have a family crest, and that's okay. Our art project today is to make our own family crests. But when you're done making your own family crest, if you have the time, ask an adult at home to help you do some research and see if you do have a family crest. But for now, we're going to be making our own today. So it doesn't matter what ours looks like right now because we're making something that's important to our family right now. What we are going to be needing is a piece of paper. Later on, you'll need some crayons or markers, whatever you would like to do to decorate your family crest. So we just need a paper and pencil for right now. I am going to put my paper down and get my things started. Okay, so I have my paper under my projector so you can see it. And I have my pencil. I'm going to use my gray marker just so it's easier for you to see. And what we're going to do is we're going to make the shape that I showed you earlier. We're going to start out by drawing this straight line across the top. You want to give yourself as much room as you can. So we're going to start out the very tippy top, straight line across, just like that. So our straight line across. And then once you have done that, we'll start on the sides. Remember, if you need that extra time, if you feel like I'm going too quickly, you can always pause the video. Okay, the next part, what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw these straight line down sides, but if you notice, about halfway down it starts getting rounded. So all we're gonna do is a straight line down about halfway down our paper on both sides. Don't go all the way down. We're just doing a straight line down our paper about halfway on both sides. About the same. There we go. So I kind of made almost a rectangle, but I'm not going to put that bottom line to connect our two sides. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start at this side and I'm going to make it rounded. So I'm starting to go in and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to start to go in. There we go. And you are using pencil so you can fix your lines if you're like, that doesn't look very even. That's good enough for me. Go over my lines one more time. There we go. Okay, so now we have that squared top and the curvy bottom. It's time to start adding the details. The first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna make kind of this oval shape in the middle, like a really thin oval shape like that in the middle of your page. You can see on my big shield, there is one just like it. And does anybody have a guess what we're gonna put in here? Our last names. So I'm not putting my first name, I'm putting my last name, Sorensen. Putting our last name. Ooh, just barely making it fit. There we go. If you have two last names, you might want to write smaller so you can fit them both in there, or you can choose one or the other to write. Maybe you want to do two family crests. Maybe you do one for one name and one for the other. That's up to you. I have my name in the middle. Now, the next part that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a straight line coming out of the top of that in the middle, and a straight line coming out of the bottom in the middle. So now we have two halves of our family crest, but we are going to be adding 4 different details to our family crest today. So to do that, we need a straight line across and a straight line across, double check that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces that we can add some details and some symbols that are meaningful to your family. Okay, so the very top, almost rectangle, we are going to be drawing a picture of our family. So what I want you to do right now is take some time and draw a picture of your family. That's going to be in the upper left-hand corner. I'm going to draw a picture of my family. I like to draw stick figures and then I add clothes on them afterward. I have my dad, my mom, and my mom and I are about the same height. And my little sister, she's a lot shorter than me. There we go. If you want, you can add different pets or maybe other family members that you feel need to go in this picture. You can have your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, whoever you can fit. It's a picture of your family, some people in your life that are meaningful to you. Okay, so you are drawing your family in this one. I'm gonna leave it like this for now, and then I'll show you my finished product at the end. But I'm gonna leave my family like this for now, and we're gonna move on to the next one just so you know what you're going to be drawing next. So you can either pause the video and finish, or you can pause what you're doing and listen to the next instructions, which is our next kind of rectangle in the upper right-hand corner. In this corner, you're going to be drawing a picture of something that you like to do with your family. Now, this is not something you like to do and maybe your family's close by, like playing video games or watching a movie by yourself. No, this is something you like to do with your family. So you're choosing something that your family and you like to do together. I'm gonna start drawing mine and you can start drawing yours. We'll do the same thing. I'll start my drawing and then we'll move on to the next one. Again, if you wanna pause and finish, or if you want to keep going and listen to my instructions and then finish, you can do that either way. Something that my family and I like to do together is we really like to do puzzles. So maybe I'll draw a rectangle and draw puzzle pieces. So you're drawing, what's an activity you and your family like to do? So right now you are working on an activity that you and your family like to do together. Okay. I'll do another one right here. Boop. And one. Just kind of feeling one there. Okay, so I did a puzzle. You can do whatever you like to do with your family. Now we're gonna move on to the next part. That is the bottom half of our family crest on the left side. So over here, I'm gonna start drawing my next piece. Now this piece that we're going to be drawing next is a meal that your family likes to eat together. This could be an important meal that you use during celebrations, or maybe something that you eat during the holidays, or maybe this is just a meal that a lot of people in your family really love. So you're gonna choose that meal. For me, My family loves to eat spaghetti. Whenever I come home, we eat spaghetti. It's my favorite and my family loves it too. So I'm gonna draw a plate of spaghetti. Draw my plate. I'm gonna draw lots of noodles. So you're drawing, what's a meal that your family likes to eat together? Lots of spaghetti noodles. Maybe I'll add some meatballs on the top. Of course, I'm going to be adding some color to my pictures later. So, here's my plate. So I have my spaghetti and meatballs. That is the meal that I chose that my family likes to eat together. Now, the last picture is up to you. This is going to be something about your family that you want the world to know about. Something you like to do together, something that is meaningful to you, maybe a family tradition that you have. You are deciding what it is that you want to add to the end of your family shield, something you want to tell the world about you and your family. That, my friends, is the end of our family crest. I'm going to keep working on mine. I'm going to add some details. I'm going to add some pictures. I'm going to add my last part to my shield. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like at the end. So while I'm doing that, of course, I'm not going to show all that because it's going to take a while. So I'm going to stop the video and come back when I've finished. That could be a time that you decide that you want to pause the video and work on your own project, or you can wait and see what mine looks like and then keep moving on with yours. Once you've finished your drawing and your coloring, adding lots of details to your pictures, you can cut out your shield. You could hang it on the wall or the refrigerator. And then if you would like, you can do some research and see maybe your family does have a family crest. That's up to you. Okay, friends, I'll be right back after I finish adding lots of details and colors to my family crest. Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So I am here to show you my family crest. Here's a picture of it. I wanted to take a picture so you could really see it clearly, and I know that pictures show up well in the videos. So here's my family crest. Are you noticing lots of color? Yes. Are you noticing lots of details? Right. Yeah. Those are important parts when we're making our own artwork, color and detail. So make sure once you finish your coloring and detail that you cut out your family crest, and then you can show it to your family. Show them, I made our family crest, check it out. I bet they'll love it. I want to tell you about my last piece to my family crest before I said goodbye. That there you can see is a boat, and that is me and my dad commercial fishing with my mom and my sister watching us. They didn't really like to participate, but they liked to come up and visit us in the summer in Alaska when we were fishing. So that's an important part of our family and something I wanted to add to my family crest. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your artwork if you haven't finished yet. And if you have, I can't wait to see what it looks like. Until then, it is time for us to leave Europe. We have learned lots and lots about this continent. And it's time for us next week to say hello to Asia. So we're going to do some traveling. And when I see you next, we're going to be in a new continent. Until then, have a great rest of your week, Bryant Hawks. And thank you for your awesome artistic work today. See you all next week.